Hey Q, can you schedule an event for me today, 12 p.m.? Call it solo event. Okay, so we have a new execution here. Amazing, a successful one. We have solo event here at 12. Q, can you move the event today, solo event at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.? Great, another execution here. And this one is also success, and you can see it's moved to 1 p.m. Q, you know what? The solo event at 1 p.m., can you just delete it? And another successful is deleted. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Sefy Tofan and I want to show you how I build this AI agent that control my calendar. It can create event, update event, delete event, and it can create event with attendees. So let's begin. So the first thing you can see here is a trigger, and this trigger comes from another workflow. Now this workflow is from Q, my personal assistant. She's connected to email, calendar, Notion, Zoom, contacts, ClickUp, even my lights in the office and the internet. So today we won't gonna go over everything, but we'll go just specifically on this calendar agent. So first of all, we have this trigger that is executed by Q. It sends the information to the AI agent itself. We will soon go over the system message of the agent. For now, what I want you to understand is that there are two ways that an agent can get the information from previous events. It can get the source for the prompt from a definition, which means that if we have, for example, an executed by another workflow, we will just drag the query here and we will get this as the prompt. Or if we start from a chat trigger node, which is just for testing when you're working on the app. For now, we have the defined below. Then when I added the AI agent, I chose the OpenAI GPT-4o. To get the credentials for OpenAI, you should just go to platform.openai.com. When you go on the platform, on the top right corner, you will have here the dashboard, and then you can press on the API keys on the left menu, create new secret key. You just give it a name and then create secret key. It will create a secret key for you. You can just copy this and go back to your agent, and here you will just paste the API key, save, and it will automatically connect. Once you have the model itself, GPT-4o for example, you want to choose if you want memory or don't want memory. Because now Q is managing all of those actions, I don't need to save previous actions. Q is already saving those actions, but if you just want to build only this calendar agent, I will recommend the window buffer memory with around 5 context length, because that will mean that you will have the 5 last messages. If you want to create event, update it, and then delete it, those are 3, right? Then we have the different tools that this agent can use, and there are a couple of them. First of all, you can create an event. When you go to create an event, to edit, you just press on the plus for the tool. You'll just search for whatever tool you're looking, for example, the calendar. When I press it, it will automatically bring all of those pieces of information. What I chose here is resource events and then create. When I'm creating event, I'm choosing the calendar list, and then in the start and the end, I'll put from AI. Now, there is this new button that you can just click and it will automatically do it. The problem with this is that many times it doesn't really understand what is the piece of data needed. It will put string when in essence you send something else. This is why I prefer you can press on it because it will just make the command much faster, but I'll usually just edit it to make sure that I know exactly what I'm sending from the AI. Now, from AI means that the information that comes to this tool comes from the mind, from the brain, from the intelligence of the large language model, of the LLM, right? In this perspective, it will be from OpenAI. We'll just add start and end. And if you want to add some summary, we can add it as well. And I did it by adding a field. And this is my create event. I just changed the name. You can press on it, press F2. It will open this window. You can change the name. I did the same with the rest of them. Update an event. We need to find the event ID and the update fields of the end and the start. So event ID is, we are getting it by the get event tool. What we do is we are creating a tool that knows to grab a specific event, grab the ID of the event, and then when we need to change the event, for example, delete this event or update this event, the tool itself knows that first you need to grab the ID of the event, and only then it can send this to the right tool so it can delete or update the event. And this is something I'm writing in the system prompt itself. As we said, we have the create event, we have the update the event. Here we have just the end and the start. We have delete event, just the event ID. We just need to delete it. We don't need to update anything. The get event, as we said, it's the after and before, and it's already know from which calendar, and based on the message we send, it will understand which event we're talking about. And create event with attendees. The only change here is that I also added here in the additional fields the attendees, right? And that's it. With this, we have a complete agent that knows how to do all of those actions. Now, to make sure that I know if the action was successful or not, what I did is I went into the agent itself, and in the settings, I went to on error and did continue using error output. What this will do, it will create this fork in the build that makes a success or error message. And then I manually created data transformation edit field, and I just mapped which information I want to send back to queue, which is on a success, I want to send a response, the output itself. And on a failure, I want to send a response, unable to perform test, please try again. This way I know that there is a problem with the build. Let's go over the last piece of information, probably the most important one. What is the system message itself? Now, if you want to get this system message, you can join in the description. I have a link to my free school community. You will have this complete build. All you need to do is open a new workflow, press on those three dots. Here you will have import from file. You will be able to choose a file and it will upload this into your N8N workflow. Let's go over the agent itself. First of all, there is a specific way I'm structuring the prompt. I will always have the overview, the tools themselves, instructions, and final notes. Now, there are different ways to structure prompts, and if you want me to do a video about when to use what, just let me know in the comments. In the overview, I've created an overview of the tool. You are a calendar assistant. Your responsibilities include creating, getting, and deleting events in the user's calendar. Then there are the different tools it can access. The create event with attendees, get events, and then as you can see, the use delete event and use update events have this after the first sentence, which is you must use get events first to get the ID of the events to delete, or same with the update. This way I make sure that it first get the event ID and then do the action. There is a hierarchy to the action so we don't get an error. Then in the instructions, I want to have a couple of them based on the way that I want to make sure that the calendar is working. I don't want to have conflicting schedules. I use get events to verify if the requested time slot is already occupied. This is the way it will check if there is an occupation in the calendar. And there are a couple of different instructions. Again, if you want this, you can just go in the description. It's totally free and you will get it. That's the calendar agent. I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.